Hi, so here I'm going to do a brief introduction about the 50 minutes quality check. And the background is we want to make sure that every new teacher fully understand how to teach in GE classes, and also how can they get more normal lessons in the future, and how should they perform in the trial lessons. So there are many things that as a TM, we need to coach them before they teach the real students. So this is the quality checklist of new teachers. And before the enrollment, we need to make sure especially the teacher's profile. Okay, this is very crucial for them to be chosen by students, for them to be equally chosen by students. They have to compete with the hundreds of teachers. And the second is about the group setting. Especially nowadays, we have the enterprise group from the Dean Talk. So the process can be complicated, and many teachers have no experience of running group. Therefore, as a their TM, we need to teach them how to share the screen with the camera on. When they share the screen, some teachers don't can't see their students, and also how to enable share the PC audio. Per now, the daily material we have to do the listening exercise, right? And how to change the background to see whether it's good, this background, how to record and check the files. Now we don't need to record, but you need to, for the enterprise group, there gonna be a recording every time you start the meeting. So teachers need to know that, and how to admit students in the meeting room. Um, some teachers don't even know that they need to start a meeting, then they can see the students are in the waiting room. So for the group setting check, I think before they enroll, when we're doing the coaching, we can do that. Make them to download the group and having the coaching with you, and at the same time you can teach them these things. So for this, there are not much to say. But for the G features, nowadays we update the G features, which teacher need to sort it out their strengths from working experience, teaching experience, and all the experience. I think this is also important for them to getting new or more stable trial lessons. So make sure that teacher uh, do it with much effort. And the Dean Talk course list, this is also essential for them to improve the quality, the class quality. So after they're enrolled, they pass the demo, you assign the task, the Dean Talk course list. And when they start teaching, give them like 1 week or 2 weeks to finish them. Okay. Um, so when they pass the demos, they're gonna be orientation training, right? Further training before receiving students. This would be the most important thing in the quality check, because as a teacher, we need to make them understand that they can get fully booked by the normal lessons under what conditions that they can get fully booked with normal lesson. Okay, so this is like the thing that may ask, like, do they have the service mindset? Uh, do they understand the team operation, especially the TA's responsibility? How should they interact with TA? What the expectation they should have on TA, right? Because TA is really a complicated role in the whole team. So we need to make sure the teacher understand that as well. and master the methods of prevent complaints. The teachers need to understand the role of the complaints plays in the team. Because once there is a complaint, everyone's busy. TM needs to solve it. TA would be worried uh, and would be bothered by the students, and also would distrust the teacher's ability. And at the same time, TM need to train teachers, so teachers will get training for one single complaint. So that's what the complaints impact, the impact of the complaint. So we need to let teachers understand the goal of your every class is to prevent negative comment or complaint. All right. And understand the company, how the company evaluates their performance in the probation period, especially for full-time teachers, for Philippine teachers, they need to pass 2 months probation period so that they can have the SSS, right, that benefits. And the management would evaluate teachers' performance from 4 data: buying rate, the number of normal lesson, complaint rate, and attendance and cancellation rate. That 4 data. And buying rate is really important, right? So that's how can they get the normal lesson. And the second part for the further teaching training is how can they conduct a successful ET, right? And also keep the buying rate over 25%. I'm going to fulfill here because I've already updated this part. First, they need to know how TA sell after each ET. And then they would understand what do TA expect from the teacher, from the ETs, okay, especially for the ETs. And the second is the main parts of a successful ET or negative comment free ET. Okay. Yeah. So the goal for teachers for the ET part is that they need to understand at least these 3 information. All right. And they are both in this PPT. I've updated this, so please download the newest one. And in the end, it's about the ET checklist. So they can improve their ET performance by the ET checklist. That's evaluation form is made for the ET. Okay, 3E ET. So the ET checklist, let me tag here so you can download the ET checklist as well. We use this on my targeted training as well, the final review, right? So for my new teachers, I also use this evaluation form to ensure their performance on the real ETs. So please make sure that you download them and make sure your new teachers know how their performance is gonna be evaluated on the ET. If they don't want to have negative feedbacks from the ETs, then try to reach every criteria in the ET checklist. That's also the main parts of the successful ET. Okay. And the second part for the teaching training is the orientation. It's more something about the system operation, the schedule rule. How should they they should know, teachers should know they are the only one to be responsible for their open schedule. So as long as it's open and it's booked and you need to cancel, it involves deduction. Okay. It's just that the deduction amount is different from TNC and TEC. So they need to know that they need to be careful with the open schedule. Make sure that they can attend all the open schedule. Yeah. And check the salary and rewards, especially the rewards. For new teachers, they need to know the incentives, okay, so that they can try their best to perform on the first 1 or 2 weeks, and that can bring them a good start on our company to earn their own normal lesson regular students. How to prevent deductions, the lateness, the cancellation, the absence, how to complete a class, which is really important, out time, right? And that won't get paid. So they need to know how to complete a class, what to do when the students might be absent. They need to click the class remind. They need to wait at least 25 minutes. All those things they need to know. And if they need to ask for leave, what to do, right? What you do if there's no teaching material in the class detail page, especially for ETs. Right? And some reminders before receiving real students. So they need to have the full responsibility, full awareness of these things. So it can prevent many complaints in the future. And the last step is the OEP account and buying TA. That's what I do with my teachers. TM can refer to this. Just make sure that the teachers know what they should do for TA, what things they should ask from TA, and what things should they ask from TM. Okay, make them understand the difference. So this, and the last is the follow up. For the follow up, I believe every TM has different experience or method. This is my method, and right now I'm really using the ET checklist to check their ET recordings. Yeah, and if I go to complaints, I also check the recording. Just make sure that the first week, what the TM would do for them. Okay, and what I would ask is, has your TM told you for the first week, how would she monitor your classes? How would she follow up your performance on the first week? Okay, that could be my questions. Because this is very essential for new teachers. They will be confused whether she's performing good or not or bad, right? What's the feedback from the student? So as a TM, we really need to do those stuff for new teachers on the very first week. Like to ask every TM about the feedback about each ET, and chat at least one ET recording and give the feedback, your professional feedback on this ET for this new teacher. Okay, so basically that's it. And I would also check the new teacher's profile, the profile. And this is the standard for the profile. So make sure that your teacher profile, the introduction link, rich to each criteria. And the most important is the selfie. Okay, it's the selfie and the video. These two are the most important thing. And the text must be organized, okay, with some paragraphs. And the certificates, if there is, you put it on. And the cover of the video is also essential. It's a part of the video. As a TM, we are responsible to bring out the best from the teachers. so that the students can see the best from the teachers and they can choose the teachers with more possibility. All right. So I would also check the new teacher's profile, introduction link before the 15-minute ET check, 15-minute quality check. Oh, and this is the ET checklist. Yeah, this is it's the same. It's the same with this file. Just make sure that your teachers know each criteria of the performance on the ET. Okay, and this is the script for the rating because we always get the complaints of the teacher's rating too high, too low, inaccurate, right? So as a teacher, we need to explain why we gave such score and also make sure the student accept your rating result. And before you rating, you should reassure their feeling like it's just a score based on the performance of this class. Okay, I think maybe you're not very familiar with this topic, so maybe the score can be a little bit lower than your expectation. And if you meet some more familiar topics, you can get higher score. That's the test, right? So please do not have any feelings about my scoring or rating. That's the script, okay? So the script is essential to prevent the inaccurate score complaints. And the notes, the interaction, the feedback and suggestion, okay? So that's all. That's all that I would ask in the 15 minutes quality check. And that's also my responsibility to make sure the new teacher has a perfect self-introduction link. All right, so before you arrange the 50 minutes college chat with me and your new teacher, please send me the new teacher self-introduction link first. And then I'll give you my suggestion or feedback. And then we can arrange a time to do that. And before we do that, before me and your new teacher do the Q&A, make sure that they understand these two parts. Okay, these two parts. And this is only for the GE teacher. Only for the GE teacher. Okay, if you got any questions, please reach to me. Thank you for listening. Let me